a new age of might came to Cydaria. An age defined by one simple decree. That whoever was the strongest in Cydaria, enough to slay its previous ruler, would hold dominion over the land. And so it was, for thousands of years. And so it is, yet today. Aloysius, the Mad King of Cydaria, now rules these lands. Over the last 10 years, he has spread his influence. Using cruel hobgoblins and gnolls as soldiers, the land of Cydaria quakes, torn apart by his frenzied greed for the power it holds within. For Cydaria is a lost land, a land of riches unclaimed, of legends untold, of power unseen. A beautiful, vast, and deadly land. It calls to the bold, to the clever, to the daring, to any who would dare its shores seeking adventure. It calls to Megan, the war-forged paladin. It calls to Nyx, the half-elf warlock. It calls to Nizin, the dragonborn rogue. It calls to Tig, the kobold bard. It calls to Zidane, the wood elf ranger. And to those it calls, Cydaria offers welcome. The wilds are not easy, and not kind, but they shall give a tale to remember. For this is the land of limitless adventure. This is the legend of the Wildlands. There we go. I don't know why it keeps resetting what my mic is for this. But anyway, as I was saying, so there was a data breach that was revealed or discovered recently today. The data breach itself, not recent. So this is your public service announcement. Turn on two-factor authentication on whatever you can. That's gonna save your stuff from getting stolen. So, hello. Thank you for dealing with, once again, OBS deciding your microphone does not exist, and this nonsense. I am Alex. Welcome to D6 Tricks, Legend of the Wildlands, and joining me as always is my lovely casting crew of players. We have Anne.
Hello. Hello.
We have Atlas.
If you are in the US and you have not yet frozen your credit with all 3 credit bureaus, you should do that. It is free.
And we have Juno.
Some frassin passwords everywhere.
Frassin indeed. Queen and Professor Moore will hopefully be joining us later. Shit happened, basically. But it's not major life-threatening shit, so don't worry about that. Anyway, last time on D6 Tricks Legend of the Wildlands, our heroes continued their search for treasure. After doing some shopping at Port Gazanir, getting some stuff from a smithy, a tailor shop, a prophecy from a Temple of Prophecies, and finding a medieval theremin electronic band, our heroes decided that rather than go for the treasure to the west, which was guarded by Pandemonium apparently, they thought they would warm up by first going for the southern treasure, one by the coast. Finding it by a lighthouse that was very, very high-tech despite its age, but very weathered. However, a natural 20 led to Tig figuring out basically how it would work, though it would take a long time to repair, and figuring out some ways that go through little demi-planes and extra-dimensional portals to find, eventually, the pirate treasure. Now, not all of the pirate treasure was there, apparently. There was a note left by pirates that said, "We took the ship and the captain's pride. If you want it, come find us, motherfuckers." But with that note in hand, and a bunch of pirate treasure identified, including a gun, our heroes now sit outside the lighthouse counting their booty, and that is where we rejoin our session. Woo!
Hell yeah.
All right.
My god, there's a
Where
radius.
we?
There's a radius. Why is there a radius?
Why is there a throbbing aura over the southern corner, the southwest corner?
Burning so hard that the aura's left over in me ship.
Yeah. We got the risen aura in the ship, yar!
So, I did have a question, like, actually, like, repairing the mechanism of the lighthouse, like, what would that take?
A lot of material and several days' work.
A lot of material and 7 days' work.
Not seven, several.
Oh, several days' work. If someone sponsored me to do it, maybe. But as it stands, it's not like it's a well-traveled coast anyway. For crab reasons.
For crab reasons. Maybe sans crab it would be worth it, but that is a much later project.
Dance crab. Da 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 da.
You want my usual crab, you know?
Want to have a crab time? Then let's go.
Ooh.
It is now time.
For crab.
So, the real question is... where to, what now, I guess? Our outpost is available in 3 days, so that's exciting.
It is.
If we want to check that out.
Yeah, if we get there, it'll probably take that amount of time to get there anyway. So
True.
It's by a tower, so like if you're close to a tower, you
Yeah.
can just zoom there.
yeah. Where the heck is our wagon? There it is. Yeah, it's
I mean, if we wanted to speedrun Carolina's retirement, we could try for the Pandemonium treasure, since we have a good idea of where it is.
We sure could.
Might as well.
all right. Speedrun Carolina's retirement.
I do enjoy good retirement plans, says Carolina, cracking her knuckles.
And I bet you thought we didn't
Okay.
provide benefits when you joined on.
Listen, the benefits of adventurers are they fight things so I don't have to.
I mean, yeah, that's basically why I was here too.
And looks like we're gonna have to find her health. We're gonna have to deal with her healthcare too. Gestures toward that. looking at her first lantern arm.
Oh yeah, this thing. Yeah, I was gonna suggest retiring right after, but I should probably get uncursed and then retire.
Yeah. Say, Sorry, my brain just short-circuited. I had like 3 sentences at once. Give me a moment, sorry.
Okay.
Ah, that's what short-circuited. I was trying to figure out if I was gonna ask in character, or out of character, or who. But so Brondish, you are of the Tig waves their claw clerical sort.
Aye.
When it comes to getting uncursed, I mean, is that something that like one could go to any cleric with the ability, or is that like a have to go to a temple sort of deal? I don't know.
Well, you see, there's like curses, and then there's capital C curses.
Can you tell which one that is?
Yeah, let me look at the horrible lantern from the darkest pits of hell that you managed to attach to our map maker real quick. She goes to examine it as I go to examine it and do some confirmation. Alright. And I would like to view this item, please. Oh, that is a capital C curse right there.
Oh. Well. I suppose it's bound to happen if you're mucking around in treasure.
I'm glad we have only the one and we didn't pick up another one back in the desert.
Yeah.
Slowly looking away.
It's fine.
Well, since it's a capital C curse, that does mean it's a significant investment then, yes.
Have I not proved my worth multiple times over on investments, though?
Oh, I wasn't saying that as in, like, a negative thing. I was saying that as a statement of fact.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm just saying, in case anyone was having any doubts about what that's going to take forever, I got you guys to a lot of money.
It was an observation, not a judgment. It is worth the investment. We just gotta figure out how much of the investment we need.
Of course.
Also, Carolina.
We would like Carolina to not have a cursed arm.
Exactly. You have to enjoy the retirement, and also, Carolina, I like you. I would never let that happen to you.
Very, very touching, and I appreciate that.
Oh boy, objectives.
Oh boy. Alright. So, that said, you're not going to be able to get to the tower and warp over to the west before nightfall. Speaking of which, nightfall! Woo!
Alright, well, let's set up camp and do some watches.
It's watching time.
Let's do swatch from Deltarune, like a lot of people want.
The people may know what they want, but they're also very capable of being wrong.
I mean, it's like a bird butler thing, so like I don't know. That seems like the kind of thing that would be popular.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. For whatever reason, Megan, your mind is preoccupied with thoughts of, like, big Bara butler birdmen. You're not sure why, it's just a thing that's happening to you right now.
We must go there. You must go there and tacos exist. Search. Google. What is Google? I do not know. I just came up with it today. I invented it.
Congrats on inventing Google! Yeah. And now, second watch.
Second watch.
Alright.
Good start.
Good start. You can, see some seagulls flying, like, very quickly away from the southeast of you over your heads to the northwest.
That's a bit too fast. Looks in the direction of the southeast.
There looks to have been some kind of fight or scuffle over there. The waves and, like, the foam atop them is tossed up as if something breached the surface and attacked those seagulls.
But nothing was heard.
Nope.
Okay.
Alright. And then third watch.
Give me a moment.
I'm here. I can watch. Just let me.
Oh, good, because Tyg is absolutely not gonna fucking do it if somebody else is willing to. Are you kidding?
Yep,
Hell
Nizip is there to watch, just downloading the world data.
Alright.
Thanks, gamer. I can just roll to move things along. It's fine. A solid 10.
Alright, dirty 10. You don't see anything of particular note or interest to you during your watch.
Just one of those nights.
Yep. Alright. Sun rises, you all pack up and start to head back for the tower. Yeah. Hopping in before mid-morning happens, you activate the beacon of the tower, and once more, vroom, are teleported across Sedaria over to the closest tower, which would be... not there. Here. You then descend the tower and start heading northwestward out of the edges of the desert over towards the great yawning pit that is in there, the Chasm of Crying Winds, which is a very inviting name, but most likely where you're going to find that treasure. So, you know, it's going to be great to head there and see what's up. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Anyway, dusk falls again. You have managed to avoid... Yeah. Yeah, you've managed to avoid any encounters that would be dangerous on this night as you headed back over to the west.
All right. Well, one more time.
All right. You think you can see from the northwest, swooping out of the chasm, this amorphous, almost bat-like shape, erupting into the night sky, switching into something humanoid, screaming out into the night, and then diving back down.
Helmet.
Okay, well, we're going to report on that in the morning.
All right. So, the Hellbats do not attack the camp. So, second watch.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Banner.
Oops, I also forgot about the banner. It's okay. Nothing happened the first night.
Yeah.
And
we're
my
fine.
and my browser crashed. Rip.
Yeah.
Well, that's cursed.
Rolling a 22 perception was simply too powerful for your browser to handle.
But I was just like, nah, fam.
Uh,
Give me a second to refresh then.
yeah. It's very loud and windy, and you have to, like, spend some time focusing to hear any signs of danger, but luckily, you don't hear any. And third watch. All right, 11. You don't notice anything particularly interesting or dangerous looking in the immediate vicinity, so you're pretty sure your watch is clear.
Cool.
All right. The dawn approaches. You all pack up, get some various hiking gear like pythons and ropes ready, and heads down into the Chasm of Crying Winds. And let me just... doop, doop. Okay. Just pulling up some notes real quick, don't mind me. Ooh, 13 werewombats, interesting.
Ooh, fascinating.
Alright. So, you head over towards the chasm. Looking down into it, you can see, like, bits and pieces of ancient rubble and ruins that have fallen in from the town that was above out to the east. The only other sign that there's anything resembling civilization that's ever gone near this place that you can see are, like, old goblin, like, spiked posts and signposts, like a rotting little fence that was nearby, as if goblins, like, hundreds of years ago at the very least, tried to set up an outpost around here and quickly decided, no thanks.
Understandable.
Is there any legible signage? Because Tig actually speaks Goblin.
There is no legible signage around here. Nothing's been written down. There's only signs that, like, there have been attempts to put up a fence. You look down, the fence has fallen into the chasm.
I mean, the fact that people were willing enough to try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That takes nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Either that, or it means it was better and it got worse. Actually, say, Carolina, you have a lot of background, geographical knowledge and such.
Yeah.
Do you know how long this has been called the, Chasm of Crying Winds? Like, has it been longer than 100 years, I guess?
Top of my head, way longer than that.
It ate the last thing you said.
She just said, and then I didn't say anything.
Oh, okay.
I went to go roll history for Carolina to see if she knew anything more than that.
Gotcha, sorry.
Wish I could tell you more than that, unfortunately.
There has to be some mystery left in the world, I suppose.
Yep. Otherwise, where's the fun in exploring it?
Exactly. That being said, I'm gonna go triple check these knots a few times.
Alright.
That's a long way down.
It's a really long way down. Okay. You go around tying some knots, putting in a little stake at the base so that you have something at the top to hold on to in case you need to get up really, really quick. There are no pathways that lead down into the chasm. There's just finding a way to descend down.
Hopefully.
Just try not to fall, I suppose.
Alright.
Just try.
Just try,
I'm
yeah.
checking my... Yeah.
Can everybody climbing down into the chasm make me either an athletics or acrobatics check?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's all of us, yeah.
All of you, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh boy, am I glad that I'm just naturally
Alright.
that powerful.
So,
I catch.
so that is more successes than failures. Tig and Nyx, this is intense rock climbing activity. So, climbing up basic walls is hard enough. This is going straight down a sheer cliff with a lot of wind blowing around you to make things even more difficult, and you're having a really rough time. Nisip, you are having the easiest time of it, finding the best balance that you possibly can. And Foylin and Megan, you're also doing just fine, so as you notice Tig and Nyx having some trouble, you manage to find ways to help push them back onto more solid ground, balance them however you can, without slipping off yourself.
Thank you.
All right.
Hold hands. Stay close.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Staying perhaps a little bit closer, you continue to descend down the chasm. There are creaks and cracks as you descend, as if the very ground itself is trying to break off, but something will not let it. Nizip, your perception is high enough, and you rolled the highest acrobatics. You can spot a hidden crevice in the wall that looks wide enough to squeeze through for a humanoid and get to more solid ground to stand on rather than just clamber and hope for the best.
I will point it out to people.
With all the glamour of like a wet rat scrabbling onto like the deck of a ship,
Yeah.
just like
Scrabble,
even
scrabble.
claws in ground at this point, just because like, let's be honest, Tig's little fucking arms have been like shaking for the past. How long have we been climbing this? 30 minutes?
About
29 minutes.
29 minutes. Yeah. But yes, once you get to the half hour down, everyone scrambles down into the crevice and looks around for the source of the glow. There is a large glass jar in here, like tube-sized, about 3 feet across and 6 feet tall, with a brain floating inside of it.
Oh boy.
Is that what that looks like?
me, Mother Brain.
That doesn't look healthy.
Is there does it look like there's any kind of like artificery or magic like attached to this tube or something like that?
Arcana, please.
I'd love to. One of the things I am good at. 24.
All right. 24. Oh yeah, there's definitely magic keeping this brain in a jar around. Best guess, you could probably tell there's some kind of necromancy helping out, but mostly there's a lot of alchemy in this tube. The fluid that it's floating in is glowing with all kinds of different colors, mostly shades of green and yellow. That you would wager is a mixture of all kinds of alchemical or otherwise potion-based concoctions.
Interesting. One more morbid question that comes to mind. Does the brain look like it is a medium-sized brain or a small-sized brain in terms of the size of the humanoid it belonged to? I guess.
Medium-sized brain.
Okay.
Ain't that nice?
Also, Juno, I want you to know I love and appreciate you for knowing Hector Concarne.
Oh god, Evil Con Carne was like one of the shows that I watched when I was little.
So good.
Is there anything else here? Is it literally just the tube in like a bare like clearing area?
There's a tube, and then next to the tube, there is another pretty small crack that you could probably sidle through if you wanted to, but you can't see where that one goes.
Well, we found a back door into something.
Yeah.
It would appear that way, yes.
As you speak up, the tube starts flashing a brighter whitish color, and you hear a voice coming from it. Oh, hey, visitors! Sorry, I would have said hi earlier. I don't have eyes.
Was that the brain?
You all
Yeah,
heard that too, yes?
I sure hope so.
Okay.
I'm very loud.
So just to be clear, we are like hearing this, not mentally hearing this.
You're hearing this.
Brain speaks.
You know, that's something I've always wanted to take off my bucket list, talking to a human brain. Oh, or not human. Sorry, I didn't mean to assume.
That's
Speak to
okay.
your brain anytime you speak to anyone.
Yeah. Yeah, that's okay. I don't really know either.
You don't know?
Yeah, see, it's funny. They think I know a lot of things because I'm a brain in a jar. I don't know shit.
Just because this
Real.
is me, I set up a 5-hour psychic connection. If we don't actually speak, it won't know we're here.
So,
Tyke just...
what brings you guys
uses
over here?
If we say nothing, it'll just think it was a dream.
Just the most incredulous look from Tig up towards Nizip. They kind of like gesture, just like a what? Huh?
Just
and diplomatically the brain in the jar.
Just in reply to him saying, "Oh, they think I know a lot." Nick's just like, "It's okay. A lot of people think I don't know a lot because I didn't go to school."
Wow, that sure sounds sad. Sorry for you about that, buddy.
Oh, it's okay. This is gonna sound really weird, but I don't suppose you have a name?
I do. I call myself Brian.
Brian the Brain.
Yeah.
I don't know what I expected, but that's a very nice name.
I mean, some people who came through here says, well, you can't just call yourself Brain, and I thought really hard about what else I could call myself, and that's what I came up with.
Well, it's nice to meet you. I shake your hand, but yeah.
I don't have one.
It's less I don't want to be diplomatic, it's that I don't know it would be intelligent conversation, and this is already turning awkward.
You're saying I'm awkward?
Not you!
So what brings you guys down here?
Oh,
That
you know.
is the question.
No, I don't. That's why I asked. People think I know a lot of things, but I really don't know much about much except some things.
Exploring.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Cool. Then, which road are you going down?
You know, we wouldn't mind a direction if you're willing to give one.
I mean, I can't point directions, but there are two. I know that there is the road of screaming and the road of the mind. Screaming still involves like a little bit of mind if you're trying to like open a vault that's apparently down here. But mostly it's screaming.
Screaming is in stress screaming or oh my god, I'm in complete agony screaming?
Probably the second one.
Oh.
I'm gonna hazard a guess and say it has something to do with the fact that we're in the Hell Gorge. Just putting that out there.
Oh, like the mental script. Oh, yeah. Okay, I understand. Well, we have options.
Nizip has not moved a muscle, by the way. They're just frozen.
I mean, how much thinking do we feel like doing today? Also, Brian, which, by the way, pleasure to meet you.
Thanks.
Is this just what you do? Do you welcome people? How long have you been down here?
My concept of time has long been eradicated, but I've been down here for... Ah, damn it. I made a motion to count on my fingers, but I don't have fingers.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I've been down here for a while. There's not a lot of company down here. It gets really boring.
Yeah, sounds like it. A very illuminating answer. My condolences.
Thanks.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I mean, I'd offer you a bit of entertainment, like a game of rock, paper, scissors. Maybe if you just shout out one of the options, we can make it work.
What's rock, paper, scissors?
Oh, so you... And then he just goes into a very, like, detailed thing of how rock, paper, scissors works, but then tries to offer other options because he doesn't have any hands.
I see. And how does the lizard factor into all this?
Well, back in my settlement, sometimes people would make up things, so it turned into like rock, paper, scissors, volcano and stuff like that. It got a bit weird, but the lizard's a sneaky option.
Ooh, I like sneaky options. It sounds interesting. Unlike me.
No, I mean, I think you're interesting. You're a brain in a jar. You don't really see that every day.
I don't see that any day. I don't have eyes.
Wait, you can only hear us?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh. Would you like a description of us?
I could try and picture how that is in my mind's eye, but I don't know if I have one of those. I also think I might have a working sense of taste. I have no way to test that.
I was about to say, you're just a brain. How are you speaking? Normally. Not whatever.
Is there like an opening in the jar at all?
Perception check.
Okay. Never thought I'd be doing these things in my life. Perception check on a jar.
On the jar with brain.
With brain. 8. Yeah, 8.
It's a glass jar, and there's probably something like hidden on the alchemy that we used to make it that is helping him talk, but you're not sure what it would be.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I was gonna try and throw a snack in for you, but here, I'll describe it to you and just start describing the taste of shortbread.
Interesting. And what would long bread taste like?
Well, I don't know, but then offers a
I think it's more
summary
of a tall bread than long.
Oh wait, they start talking about a baguette. That's a long bread.
Oh! I would say my mind is blown, but that would probably be really bad for me.
Okay, I'll stop talking then.
No, please don't stop talking. I love company.
Oh,
I so rarely get
I'm
it.
sorry. I don't want to kill Brian the Brain. God. Well, after a bit of going off on completely random topics, Nyx will eventually go, well, not to be completely stupid, as people imply quite often, but I am always up for a challenge to push ourselves to get stronger. I know the screaming part sounds very intimidating, but that could also be a good challenge.
Okay. In that case, just keep going down.
Down, okay. And is the other one up?
No, the other one's
Or-
right.
Right, okay. So, down or right?
As loath as I am to climb more, I guess that's the option. The fucking gap that goes to the is it like actually to the right or left of the tube?
Yeah, the gap that goes onward is to the right of the tube.
Okay. All right.
Our
Just
right or
making sure I was
his
understanding
right?
that correctly.
Yeah. His right.
But he has a sense of, okay.
I don't think thinking on that too hard would help us. I say that because I too was also thinking that.
see,
I was like,
yes.
wait a minute.
Player
Hold on.
interested. Player is interested. Nizip is still frozen.
Are we all good to keep climbing?
Okay.
Okay, bye, new friends. I'll miss you.
Oh, we'll come back.
That seems
Maybe.
unlikely.
Okay,
Oh,
I'm gonna put this out here. Please don't think badly of me, but do we want to put it out of its misery?
no! We
Mentally,
do not want to do that.
Doesn't seem miserable to me, but okay.
It seems
Nah.
very intent for not to be left alone again.
Tell you what, if you ask it and it wants to die, then sure. But I'd say it would be an on the way up kind of question.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Okay.
turns slowly, stealthily to make no noise as leaving the area.
Before we go, I am going to put next to the jar a piece of one of my shortbreads, which is somewhat crumbled at this point, but it's just like, I know you can't taste it or see what I'm even putting down, but this is a little gift of shortbread. It's right next to your jar. I hope you like it.
Cool! It sounds like it would be really cool to look at!
Think of it as decoration.
Thinking's the only thing I can do, except talk!
There you go. Well, we'll see you later, Brian.
Okay, I love you, bye-bye!
It's just like little quiver lip as they go down. He said, I love you.
Right?
Rings of hearts.
That's what they all say. Okay, you head back out of the crevice and continue your journey further and further downward. Eventually, you get to a place where the rockwork starts to get more and more rounded off. But as you climb down, you can see odd, like, markings in the rock carved inward in some kind of strange pattern. You can't quite figure out what it is at first, but as you climb further down and look up for a better view, you think you can see faces carved into the rock, some of which are screaming, some of which are otherwise like open-mouthed and laughing, a lot of which are staring, and some have this red liquid leaking from them.
Oh, that's delightful.
I
Promising.
don't think I like Hell Valley.
All right.
I don't think anyone would unless you're like a demon or something.
Eventually, you climb downward to the bottom of the ravine. You manage to find a place where you can safely rappel down onto mostly solid ground, but it's very unpleasant looking solid ground, half wet from whatever red liquid is leaking and surrounded by these screaming faces.
Why is it moist?
Oh, I really, really don't like Hell Valley.
What the
It was
fu-
10 times far worse than what I was picturing.
Whoa!
Hang on, this is actually the wrong map. They're going to look very similar, but I'm going to switch you over real quick.
I was gonna say the Lord of Teeth would love this map.
Yeah.
I love this guy at the bottom right just...
I was about to say, tag yourself, everyone.
Tag yourself. Alright. And scooching back. Setting initial viewpoint real quick. Tag yourself. I'm... And there we
Okay,
go.
not all
Ooh. It glow now.
It glow now.
I think normally I'm this little guy over here.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Mhm.
I'm the one who looks like No Face.
Oh, there's so many good ones. The single one with facial hair, incredible. I like the cat up here.
Beardo the Rock.
And the gormless one right next to it.
There-
Very good.
Oh,
The
yeah.
little cat.
A
The
little
cat
cat.
makes
is
everything
little-
better.
Oh,
Little
that
kitty.
okay. Yeah, and this guy. He's got his tongue stuck out.
Yeah, that's
Oh yeah,
That's
the Freaky Rock.
that's what I was like. That's me normally. Just
Fine, I'll ask. Tide casts a mage hand, dips a finger into some of the liquid, brings it closer to inspect it, so as to not get it on their own claws and just... Does it look like blood? Is this blood?
Yeah. It looks a lot like blood.
Yeah. I mean, I figured, but you have to double check, don't you?
So are
I
we
mean, you
going
don't, but...
into the maw or back to the rest of the valley? I
Well,
don't like that the initiative tracker just came up.
what does the rhyme say? Let's see.
Good.
Hell cries, but only pandemonium answers. I mean,
Oh.
this looks pretty, yeah. I think where we need to be.
I was like, why do I have no hit points?
I don't know.
That was weird.
You should fix that.
Yeah.
Well, I clicked on it and then it fully healed me, so I'm like, I don't know what just happened there.
I clicked on a thing to fully heal you, but there we go.
Okay. That was just very coincidental timing.
Instead just looks at the mouth and then dies. Okay, this seems more like the chasm of teeth than the chasm of screaming.
No, this feels like Hasmo screaming. Because this very much feels like if our system had it, we would be making sanity rolls right about now.
Oh, ye of little faith, I can add sanity rolls to your character sheets if I wanted to.
I would not
Oh,
object to that. I
Pouring
love
sanity into D&D.
I love sanity stuff in D&D. Okay, I'm gonna send Swift to, like, the, moor.
That's a
See
good
if she
idea.
can see anything in there.
Alright. Peering into the maw, there look to be a couple of shining crystals surrounding what looks to be a hard mithril carved vault down below.
Ooh, mithril. Okay. How far in is it?
It is about 100 feet in.
100 feet. Oh, that's not too bad. Okay, me as a player can take a guess at what we're gonna do. Nick's, why am I saying... Right, so Nyx was about to say, like, well, Swift, do you see anything else? But then they realize they can just close their eyes and, like, see through them. So they'll send Swift in just, like, a little bit more, maybe, like, 10, 20 feet in.
Okay.
I'm perceiving through their senses the whole time.
Okay. Alright. So, Swift flies in and takes a look around. It is very dark in there, and there's some kind of black goop dripping down from the ceiling.
Ew. So Nyx only sees through their senses now, so I'm guessing they're like gripped onto Megan or something just so they don't fall over, but they just like say out loud black goop from the ceiling.
Fun.
Well, the paranoia in me is worried that if we go in there, it's going to close on us. So, do we just want to explore the valley first?
I mean, sure. Feel free to get rid of your crippling fog of war hatred.
In this moment, it is actually the want to not go into the mouth that looks like it could close on us more than the fog of war.
Oh, I did not realize this map was this tall.
Yeah,
It's- It's big.
that's
There's a big
why
map.
I was asking, because I'm like, I see
Oh!
a lot of valley.
Whoa! Oh, look at this guy with laser eyes.
Ah!
Ooh.
A lot of valley.
I love this guy. He's got one eye!
Sharingan who?
Does it look like there's anything else down here besides us fishes?
Yes. Nizip, if you could kindly move back here.
Uh-oh.
That's a
oh,
far
it's
one
getting
too.
spicy.
All right.
Right as I entered there. That sounds about right.
Right as you entered here, you can hear very faintly the sound of like huge padded footsteps somewhere nearby.
Love that.
Never mind, I want them all.
Back so soon?
I choose Ma. Hides behind Megan.
What
What
was...
did you see?
I
Yeah.
didn't see anything, but I heard what sounded like giant footsteps, so I choose Ma.
Well then, after you.
Looks to the Ma. Looks to the valley.
The smile on Tig's muzzle grows wider and wider. You said you chose Ma.
All right. So, you step into the maw. You step through and look down to see what could possibly be down below here. There looks to be a slick but still walkable passage down towards the mithril vault. But as you step closer to get another view, you hear a little tick impact noise. Look down. A pebble down at your boot has been kicked and starts rolling down the slope with a clunk, 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 clunk that echoes
What does,
out of the maw and through the valley that you're in.
what does the floor feel like, by the way?
Blood.
Oh.
I changed my mind. I choose Megan.
Yeah, we'd all choose Megan.
Yeah. There's more clunk, 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 and then a boom as it echoes against the floor 100 feet below. And you can hear some sloshing from within the maw.
Sloshing her.
Yep.
That's pleasant.
Shortly afterwards,
Oh.
like these inky black, like flying balls of goop burst out from the maw, screaming, echoing from within as bat-like faces and wings burst from them in all directions and cry out at you.
Okay, time to go swift.
Woo! I believe you mean
Ah, yes.
it's time for initiative.
Oh shit! Oh, she locked it. Ah! Where's the? Oh, there it is.
Whoop. That's a bit loud.
Oh my god, it's freaking bats.
Oh, I somehow broke it. I have a die just continuing to roll on my screen.
It's gonna roll forever and ever.
Ooh, I like that the lair action is an initiative. That's nice.
Yeah, that's really helpful. For whatever reason, these guys did not join a group. That is dumb. Get back in here. Join the group.
How rude of that.
Buddy system.
Buddy system. Alright. Anne, are you dead? Oh, wait. No, Anne is not dead. It just wasn't moving over to the tracker for some reason.
Ah, rude.
Rudest.
Barcock gets 2 initiatives.
Yeah. Barcock gets 2 initiatives as a treat.
As does Zidane, apparently.
It wasn't updating on my end for whatever reason.
Yeah, it's acting up for me for some reason.
Yeah.
There we go. Ah, it's feeling smooth now.
I blame it on Anne's browser crashing.
So do I.
Okay, all good now.
All good now. So, while Anne is restarting browser computer, Barkot is going first, so I'm gonna do some assuming direct control. Alright. Barkot has one main thing he does, and he likes to do that thing. So it's time for some bonus action, studied shot.
Hell yeah.
Let's get a nature check out of Barkot. And we'll see how deceptive Lefty is. Not very. Alright, so, studied shot, procs. Barkot, it is time to shoot.
Pew pew.
Unfortunately, that is a miss against the bat, as it, opens up a hole in its chest, and then the arrow flies straight through it. Barkot doesn't want to be in melee range, so he's gonna back it up.
By the way, I think those rolls were DM only.
That was unfortunate. So, what I'm going to do instead is re-roll them. I'm going to say that he made the studied shot, and I'm going to have him try again. This time, where we can see. Still a miss.
Alas and forsooth.
Alas and forsooth. Alright. But Barkot is backing up, and that is his turn. Screaming and wailing erupts from all of the faces in the rock around you. It is a cacophony out there. It is nightmarish to hear, but so far, nothing seems to be happening.
So far.
The bats are going next. So, center bat is going to fly straight down. See Brondish and decide I'm going to go for that. Alright. So, it's got a multi-attack. So 3 attacks, 1 with a bite and 2 with its claws.
No.
Brondish holds up her mighty shield and manages to push back amorphous toothy maws as they lunge out at her. But it's going to keep trying for a full-on attack against her. That's another miss with another 15. And another miss.
Oh, God.
Uh,
Can't touch the cleric.
Alright. That is top bat's turn. Okay, next combatant, please. There we go. Left bat. Left bat was getting shot at by Barkot, so it's going to whoosh, whoosh, fly all the way around to go get him. Holy shit, these things are fast, says Barkot. Unfortunately, that is a hit on Barkot. And he's gonna take some damage. Alright. It's not popping up with damage for how much that did to Barkot. What the hell? Okay. There we go. So, as it sinks its teeth into Barkot, some of the goop that is making up this bat is seeping into his bloodstream as he goes to make a Constitution saving throw. Unfortunate. The goop is, overtaking his blood and slowing him down. His dex is now 12.
Oh no!
And the Gloomgut continues to attack with many, many, many claws. So, let us do this. Target Barkot. Open sheet back up again, please. Thank you. And claw. Claw, please. That's not the claw I wanted. What do you mean? What the fuck do you mean you're not allowed to claw him? Do it, coward, you won't!
Look at him. Look at him, he's so sad.
Oh god, no!
Oh.
Oh, there we go. Things are looking real bad for Barkat. Oh dear.
I'm gonna be honest, Barkat dying in this gorge and just being buried in one of the mouths seems very fitting.
Oh my Christ. Oh
I feel like
gee.
he'd prefer to be, like, real eaten, though, by
Yeah.
something. For
This is
example.
fake eaten! This is fake eaten!
Yeah,
Alright.
not with how you're looking.
And then Righty is going to swoop down towards Carolina.
What?
Oh boy!
Helena's right
Why?
there!
Yep.
Cuz.
What,
So
you think
about
they're
the-
gonna go for somebody who can fight back?
Right?
Alright. I chose for Carolina because as she goes, she panics, goes through her little case of maps, and is going to pull out a gadget that might help with that.
Hell yeah.
I believe you're looking for Broken Charge.
Broken Charge.
That is a
My-
spell.
Ah, there it is. It's on a spell. Okay. Sorry, I was looking at literally everything but the spell page. Yeah, absolutely. Wisdom saving throw or 2d4 psychic. Yes. Correct.
Correct.
Please.
Alright. Wisdom saving throw. Let's see if it's wise enough to avoid this. It's not! Alright.
Hell yeah!
So, as it charges, Carolina unfurls a map and then basically throws it in the thing's face is the closest thing you can describe to it. It feels compelled to go follow the map in whatever direction she chooses, which is not that way, not by Carolina.
As far away as possible.
All right.
It's probably straight due east, I guess.
Whee! Alright, it flies up there. And then, that's its turn, because it doesn't have ranged attacks. Carolina!
Yeah, we love the... First off, the dodge action in this household. I think she is gonna take that. Actually... yeah, no, I think while other people are still up, she's still gonna... Yeah, she'll do dodge as her main action. And then in terms of... Can you do anything on a bonus? Not anything I don't think you'd want to do at the moment. No... Well... Hold on. Oh, no. Okay, no, that's just a number of times. Sorry. Yeah, I think it's just dodge action and move farther away. Probably, yeah, just get a little less exposed. Go to about there. And I think we'll call that good for now.
Okay. Swift.
Right. Where is Swift, like, adjacent to this thing?
She is under it.
Under it. Okay, she's gonna do that... I think that one scene from Helsing Ultimate with Rip Van Winkle where she just lies on the back and just points at the sky, that kind of thing.
Okay.
With the short bow.
With the short bow.
Normal?
That's a hit.
Oh, shoot. Which is what she's doing right now. Oh my god!
Oh my god. So,
dream?
The dream? That is... I'm going to flip a coin, because that is almost at the threshold of being under the sleepy time junction. Tails never fails, as the creature is suddenly shot. It is immune to the poisoned condition.
Ah! Always the way.
Boo. Would have been a lot cooler if it wasn't, though.
And then, will it take opportunity if I try and move away?
This thing is entirely focused on Brondish. It did not see Swift if she's invisible.
Okay. In which case, I'm going to sneak. I'm going to try and sneak over here-ish.
Whee!
Yep, there we go. Between these eyes.
The eyes that stare.
Exactly. And that is it for me.
All right. Megan.
All right. Well, nothing more to do than I gotta go back up. I'm gonna go back up a Barcott if everybody's okay with that.
Please and thank you.
How dare you spread out the tanks?
It's almost as if that is the purpose when these things are so fast.
Right. Actually, scratch that. I can do. I'm at full HP. Anyways, beam attack.
Beam attack!
Hell yeah.
That is a hit.
All right.
This creature is an aberration, so it does not take the extra damage.
Okay.
All right, but still, that's a pretty solid hit.
All right. Let's do it one more again.
Another one.
No extra damage.
All right. Those two hits
Okay.
seem to have done some pretty major damage to the creature, as it like squirms and writhes around, and like a face pops out of its back to roar at you for daring to attack it.
Megan roars back. All right, and let's. And we'll give Sanctuary to Barcott because he's about to get BTFO'd. If I could target Barcott, please. Thank you. Sanctuary.
No, I wish not.
Yeah. All right. I don't know why it's having him do the wisdom saving throw. Call it weirdness of the system. But anyway, he is now protected by a sanctuary.
Excellent. And that's my turn.
All right, Nyx.
Great, well, I shall protect myself with a great invisibility.
Woo!
Always use protection.
What? I can't. I am clearly not 15 feet away from myself, game. What the fuck? All right. Well, the spell procced.
The
at
spell
least.
procced.
It says it's concentrating.
Okay.
In which case, I am going to move. What's safest? Always better range. Oh, that one's scaling up there, so I'm gonna move. I'm gonna press myself like here. Yeah, here.
Squish, squish.
Oh wait, is this like flesh?
Yeah, that is
Blood.
blood and flesh.
Oh, I will step off that and go here. And go here. Yep, and I will just lay low
All right.
for now.
Quaylen.
Alright, so there's one that's just a little farther away from everyone else. That's not fair. I'm going to do a little shooty shoots.
It's shoot time. Choo.
Pew pew
It
time.
does.
Although, first and foremost, actually, let's do a little bit of Hunter's Mark. Just a little Hunter's Mark. Yes, thank you for reminding me. I have no holy arrows in my inventory. I am aware. Let's bugger on the lightning.
All right. Electrifying. That's a hit.
Electrifying indeed. A lot of delicious little damage there.
Delicious, delicious damage. All right. And you got another one.
Another one. Let's try with us. Ooh, very nice, very nice, very nice. Let's go.
Solid.
Very solid. All right. The thing that flew off to the side's looking real bad now.
Let's go.
All right. You can hear screaming echoing from somewhere down below, but you can't quite pinpoint the source because, you know, big bat blobs in front of you. Helena!
You'll have to do my turn because I'm locked out.
Okay. All right. Helena's looking between the thing that's going after Barkot and the thing that's in front of Brondish. Seeing as Brondish has 20 AC, she's gonna go for the one that's by Barkot to try and get its attention. It's Axon time. So,
Can I ask you a question?
it's Axon time. Whee! That's a hit. And she is going to add on a little zappy zappy onto that. Because it's free damage.
Zhuzh it up a bit.
Juice it up. And another one. Very nice. Helena, finally rolling good. Let's go.
Nice.
And one wrath point per attack. She can do it. Another one.
Hell yeah.
Just keep hitting it. All right. And that is Helena's turn. As I scooch Tig.
Oh, excellent. We'll target you. And then this time, it's gonna work, I swear. Tig brings up the Morning Steel gauntlets and attempts to cast. Chill touch on it. Wow.
Wow,
I'm
these gauntlets
rolling
don't
well
want
with
to play
these.
nice with you.
Alas.
Alas.
Alright, in that case, we will bonus action to... I think we'll give it to... sorry, but yeah. Bardic. Bardic will go on to Brondish, I think.
Cool, cool, cool.
Alright, she should have that, and I think that'll be... I mean, ultimately not in, like, the worst place to exist. Other than I can always move behind some people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we'll keep it there.
Brondish.
I think she's just gonna smack a bat.
Smack da bat. Smack da bat.
Or not.
Yeah. Brondish swings her mace into the side of the bat's face, or where she thinks it is. It just kind of squelches, spawns a face around the mace, and screams at her.
And she doesn't have multi-attack, does she?
She does not.
Julia, so that's her turn.
Alright. Nizip.
Nizip is similarly going to attempt to stab the same bat. Because it's over here and I don't like it being that close to me.
We can just ignore that because what are you going to break with Psychic Blades? So, that is unfortunately a miss.
How very rude of it. I say no. Try again.
That one hits.
Much better.
Delicious. Very delicious. We love us a sneak attack in this house.
And they didn't seem particularly bothered by the psychic damage, did they?
It seemed like the psychic damage does hurt them. It's hard to tell amongst all the screaming what's a scream of pain and what's a scream of, this is just a big bat demon.
Tracks.
Alright. From down below, you can hear some squelching and slurping. Climbing along the walls are two huge slug-like creatures with massive tentacles oozing along to get into the combat now that they've heard some awful noises coming up from down below.
Lovely.
They're
Lovely.
beautiful.
They're so beautiful. Barkat!
Oh, Barkat's not doing too well.
He is under Sanctuary right now.
How about... Yes.
Which does help a little. Keyword a
Yeah.
little. Alrighty, boys, let's try your silly little sword.
Do it. Hell yeah.
Do it, do it.
Won't attacking disrupt the...
It will disrupt Sanctuary.
You're right.
So,
You're right. I'm gonna just try to GTFO.
Alright. I am a kind DM and will not take that attack against you.
Thank you, DM. Actually, did we ever give Barkat, Oh, we did not.
We did not give Barkat healing potions.
We did not give him potions, alas. He is currently just going to hide behind
Okay.
everyone else
Alright.
oh,
and
boy.
lick his wounds.
I mean... okay.
I do not want to drop Sanctuary. Even though I might have accidentally already did because 5-second delay of lapse of judgment.
No, you're fine.
You're fine.
Yeah, you did an attack, so like.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Yeah, nothing else I could do.
The screaming continues to intensify, followed by the sound of something burbling. The mouths around you in this little section of cavern and valley start gushing blood from them.
Oh, map change.
Oh, that time of the month screaming.
Ah!
Well, anyways.
Anyways, it's bat time. All right, so
Oh my god.
the bat, seeing as how Nizip was the one that dealt damage to it, is going to change its priorities and go for Nizip.
Try me, bitch.
All right, the bite that would have fucked over your dexterity thankfully does not hit. Let's try claws. That, however, is a nat 20.
Ooh!
That sucks. Oh shit.
Your new buckler is damaged. It has -1 AC.
That's lovely.
And then, as it pierces straight through your buckler, boom, claws jab into you, doing critical damage. Then it's
Is
got...
it -1 to my AC or -2? Because it's showing -2.
Change that to -1. I think the module automates checking for breakage so that I don't have to remember every single time, but it's not automating what the damage would be.
Gotcha.
Right. And then it's got one more attack.
Wait, how much damage did it do to me? I didn't
Uh,
actually see.
total of 27.
Yeah, we're gonna uncanny dodge that one.
Cool. I'm gonna heal you back up. There you go.
Appreciate it.
Alright. That is, this bat's turn. South Bat. South Bat is, going to go try to get Helena out of its way by doing some whacking. And do-do-do-do-do-do. Let's get your sheet open. Let's target Helena and chomp. Normal chomp. Some of the goo just sloughs off of it as it tries to bite Helena, like almost repelled by the magnetism. That is a nat 1. It is not doing well with its bite, but instead it's
Breaks his teeth.
It's gonna try clawing.
Oh boy.
That's a hit. So, doop-a-doop-a-doo.
Yeah, that is a hit.
Damage.
I don't know what this does. I'm just clicking it.
All right. So that would help
Holding or wearing a metal object.
if it was
Fuck.
metal.
Okay.
It's not.
Fair enough.
All right. And then that's some damage to Helena, but she's a beefy girl. She's fine. One more hit. And
oh, Thunderous Rebuke won't help. Never mind.
yeah, Thunderous Rebuke does not increase her AC if she's already wearing the Star Metal armor
Okay, I see.
to keep her from getting busted levels of AC.
Yeah, I mean, either way, she'd still be hit. So.
Oh, yeah. All right. Helena is attacked. That one's turn. The eastern bat looks up, like, what am I doing here? Why are there arrows in me? You!
You!
Go screaming down to go attack Foylan.
Soldier boy.
I'm going to Superman this hoe!
I'm a child.
I will Superman this hoe.
Oh, bitch.
Alright. So, this is also going to trigger a Constitution saving throw to avoid getting goop inside you.
Lovely.
You're fine.
I am fine.
But it is still fighty fight time. Last Claw just misses you, though, as you duck out of the way of its backswing as it roars in your face. That is the bat's turn. Carolina! You're on mute.
Dies on the spot.
You are on mute.
Still on mute.
My apologies. Thank you. No, Carolina's going to use her action to administer a healing potion to Barkat. So,
All right. Drink this and get its power, she says, passing it over.
2d4 plus 2 is 7.
Alrighty. Apply that real quick. He's looking better.
Excellent. Hopefully he's not going to drop fucking dead.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. And in terms of... Wow, there sure are a lot of things right here. She could technically hop 60 feet away, but I don't know if leaving us is the best option for her at the moment. So, yeah, I think we'll just call it that action, and I think that's it for her.
She jumps onto the wall like a tick.
Right.
Turns
Climb
back.
down here.
You're doing
I mean,
great, guys. We're doing great, guys.
You're doing great. Swift.
Swift is going to fly back into range and give Nizip the help action.
I can't believe Swift survived more than one turn.
It's called character growth. She's doing good.
It's
She's
gross.
doing good, honey. Do I need to click anything now to give her the help action, or is it just I say?
Say the help action. Remember you do it.
Cool, done.
All right.
All right.
I am still at full health, which means this guy is going to bear the full force of my beam attack.
Beam attack.
My second beam attack.
Beam attack 2. Electric Boogaloo. There we go.
That's more like it.
All right. That is some delicious, delicious damage, and it's looking real rough.
All right. You know what? We could smite it just to get a little bit more damage on it.
Let's go. It's smiting time.
Right.
Kaboom! The beam attack goes into the center of the amorphous mass. It screams one last scream from all the mouths it can burst out before it explodes in this cluster of goop.
Nice.
I'm imagining like as the mouths like open, like beams of light come out of it.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, that's awesome. I approve.
All right. Well, I killed one, so 2 to go, and also the slug guys.
Also the slugs.
But that's for somebody else because I used both my attacks.
Nyx.
Speaking of somebody else, I am going to attack one of the slug guys, so I will take one step to the right. Nyx, please take one step to the right. Honey, please. Honey, please. Honey,
Nyx wants to
please.
Nyx wants to drink the blood.
Nyx wants to drink the blood.
No.
Slurp, slurp, slurp.
No, enough of your thirst. Oh, I'm in the aura. Good.
Oh,
Right.
you're the one to talk
So
about.
target this one. Target this one. This is a functioning game.
Hold Alt and click.
Oh, Alt and click. There we go. Okay. So I thought if you double clicked, right click, it
If
works
you-
as well.
Yeah, if you do, you should.
There are a couple different
It
ways.
should.
Alt click works for sure. There we go.
Thank you. And I'm at advantage because I'm invisible, unless this thing's got true sight that you're going to trick me with.
It's got blind sight.
Up to how far?
Yeah, to how far?
To how far? It can see you.
Are you fucking serious?
It can see you.
So I'm at normal.
You're at normal. Still a hit?
Pew pew.
Okay, and then number 2.
Wow, exact same attack roll.
Oh, nice. Yay, there we go.
There we go. That's some delicious damage. As you shoot blasts from your fingers, you notice that what passes for this slug creature's eyes slowly, shift and ooze around its face to focus on you. So now in character, it can see you.
Yeah, Nyx is very... As soon as they realize that, Nyx is very unsettled, so they take a couple steps back, and that'll be the turn.
That's into the blood.
Squelch. Well, what if I want to stand in the blood?
Okay.
No, I'm joking. No, I'll stay where I am. I'll stay where I am. Okay, and...
Just a bit of blood. You're already covered in it.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Flaylin.
Give me 1 second. I'm just doing some quick thing. Alright, let's try something a little different. I'm gonna take out the Great Bag of Tricks.
Oh boy! Let's summon a creature!
I want to throw the creature onto the bat in front of me.
Okay.
Shall I do the rolling?
I did.
Sure.
Badger!
Yeah. A badger appears. Suddenly, badger attack!
Badger
Badger,
attack!
badger.
Goes the badger with its badger noises.
Oof. It's trying its...
Goes the badger, smacking the thing with all the fury a badger can muster, which is not a lot in this case.
It's trying... Barry's trying his best.
It's okay. The honey badger don't care.
It's really pretty badass.
But, that is my action, and I will use a bonus action to, just to get out of the way. Just a tad.
Get out of here!
Get out of here!
I meant to do this one, not that one.
Alas.
Alas. What is going on?
Not allowed to move.
Looks like you're still in measurement tool.
There we go. And with that.
Alright. You can hear, amid the screaming that's echoing all around you, something like a gigantic howling beast somewhere deep below you.
Oh.
Helena!
I feel like we could have picked the puzzle path.
No, shush! We're having lots of fun! This is a puzzle in itself, trying to figure out what the fuck we do! Right. Just to clarify, what form is the axe in at the minute?
It is in Great Axe form, so,
Great axe form, okay.
the top one whenever you do an attack.
Yes. The problem is this thing's in the air. Are the slugs too high up for me to reach?
Helena can reach that. It swoops down to try and attack Fuelin and stop its turn there, because it doesn't want to take opportunity
fantastic.
attacks. So,
Okay, I will go here.
yeah.
Click. Do not even want to know what that is, but click the X. Aha, there we go. Business.
That's a miss, but she got another one.
Good. Okay. Ah, there we go.
There we go.
Business.
Business! Alright. Slamming it into the beast, she deals quite a bit of damage. It's looking real rough.
Good. As it should. Great, that will be the turn then.
Tig!
Okay. I do believe. Making sure my measuring is hopefully correct. Tiger's gonna zoop through here, thread the needle. And he's gonna dang it. Oh, I misread. I misread circumference for radius or whatever, or diameter for radius.
Yeah, no, radius
So that
is big.
Yeah, that is my mistake. However, I think I still have enough movement to move over. Yeah, I did have enough movement, so we'll actually go to where it is.
Alright.
Anyway, I storm on these fuckers.
Jesus
Sorry,
Christ.
Badger.
Sorry,
It's like a
Badger.
Gatling gun attack.
Also, I'm not affected.
Cool.
So-
I just hit undo on that, so.
Excellent.
Sorry, Badger.
The Badger is bombarded with ice and boom, immediately just explodes into a hail of Badger confetti. Though the beast it was attacking was like crushed under icy terrain as its goo freezes up and shatters. The other one is looking bad, but he did manage to survive the hit from the hailstorms.
Excellent. All right. I think in terms of... Yeah, I think we're going to use our bonus to get Bardic to Fuelin. And that is going to be the end of Tig's turn. As it must be.
As it must be. Alright, Brondish.
Okay, despite there being a big old thing right in front of it, Brondish is gonna go ahead and do Brondish things and heal Barcott.
Yep. I thought you were the one who ate, not the one who gets eaten.
Wow. So anyway, I started brandishing.
Brandishing. And what do you think of that, Mr. Milk-Jawed Kid-wearing Tatty? Just does the entire Scotsman insult from Samurai Jack to heal up Barkat.
Although that is only a bonus action, so they will still also smack the ugly bat thing.
Oh, yeah.
Or not, you know.
I'm gonna get it one of these days!
She does have Bardic still, if you want to use that, I guess.
Yeah, how much
It is a D8 now. It's a D8 now.
That turns it into a hit.
Wahoo.
Alright,
Shouldn't have done the radiant damage.
that is fine. I'm,
So, only 8.
only 8 damage, so I'm gonna apply the 8 damage. It is now under 25 hit points. So, ooh. All right. Rondish, you swing the mace into the thing, managing to hit it dead center with the power of Tig's encouragement. And as you do, it starts glowing, much like the one hit by Megan did, as its form just like cannot no longer hold itself. It collapses into the singularity and then explodes into goo with a flash of light. This thing is dead.
Coolio, and they're all gonna move to be with the rest of the people with the slugs coming towards us.
All right, Nizip.
Cool. Question with the buckler. It doesn't say if it takes an action for it to turn my arm into metal. Is it an action, bonus action?
You can meld your flesh with your shield as an action.
Oh, so it does. I can't read today. Okay.
I can't read, I'm an Undertale fan!
Damn.
Move over here. Putting self in front of the squishies. And we're then going to just throw a knife at this thing, which I believe is within 30 feet of me. 20
Yep.
feet of me. Yay! Yeah. Or not, that's fine.
That's fine.
Have these things actually attacked us yet?
Not yet, but they have been attacked.
Yeah, Nyeh. I don't need the tutorial every damn time!
Au contraire, I think you just fucking might.
That's apparently I
Man,
can't
that's the
hit.
second time this combat on a psychic blade.
I don't need to roll for breakage. Go away. It's not.
You're at advantage,
You
I
are.
think.
Oh, so I am.
Yeah?
Because I was given the help action. That is correct.
Yeah.
I should have done that on the first one, too.
Another one. Let's try it again.
Yeah.
That's a hit.
No more slugs. No more slugs.
I'm not going to be able to kill the slugs with just 2 little daggers.
So we need to get you
'Cause, like,
better
ooh.
daggers. Got it. Okay.
Cool.
Cool.
Unfortunately, the item breakage check is not going away, so that's just permanently on my screen now.
Oh dear.
Great.
Just hit deny it if you haven't already.
There is no X. It just says roll for breakage, and that does nothing because it's not an item.
Weird. Refresh in that case. Alright. So, I'm going to ask the group, and be honest with me. Would you say the exploded ooze bodies count as corpses for purposes of carrion and eating it?
No.
Depends on what the creature normally eats.
Carrion.
Just carrion? Probably not then, because they aren't made of flesh. They're made of ooze.
Alright.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I don't know what this goop is. I don't know what this goop is, but like, it doesn't feel like normal flesh to me.
Not to mention it like splatters everywhere, so like it's hard
Yeah.
to get like a good chunk of it anyway. So probably not.
So these things are not interested in the corpses that have been left behind, and is instead going to scooch, scooch, scooch. Yeah. Yum yum. A Nyx must eat yum yum.
I'm standing right here!
Yum yum. Alright. So,
Ooh.
unfortunately, the, like, gluey substance that is on these things is lethargy-inducing. So you're going to need to make some con saves whenever they hit you. Oh, it automatically did it. Oh dear. So that's 1 level of exhaustion.
Oh god. Yeah, no, thank you. Bye, Felicia.
Alright. Bye! Zoop!
Ah, wouldn't even let me move. God.
And off you go. And as you teleport away, the slug slowly turns. Nice, Nizip, let me eat yum yum.
No.
Let me eat yum yum.
Said no.
Alright. That's its turn. Alright. It's scooching. The other one is scooch. Scooch. Scooch, scooch.
Is that?
Oh my god! Incredible teleportation abilities.
I didn't even realize
The other one's right there! I'll only target one because of the funny. Because you teleport over there. Phew,
No.
I'm safe. Nice, Nix. Let me eat yum yum.
That's really funny.
Nice, Helena. Let me eat yum yum.
How do you know our names?
Yum yum. Alright. And as the slugs ooze forward and try to get their food, they prefer it dead, so they're going to try and get you dead. We are going to go on break to hydrate or dihydrate, and then when we come back, it's going to be the start of the next round. Don't go anywhere. Bye-bye.
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 And welcome back. We are resuming our combat even, and our contact. We don't want contact, but it's happening anyway. With the horrible, horrible slug creatures. Starting to
You do want contact if you work with an FL.
Hey! Starting back up with Barkot.
Oh, this ought to be fun.
I think I would advise people to move away from the brown patch on the ground because it's very dry blood colored.
All right, Mickey Mouse.
Carl?
Fellas, don't step on the patch of ground that looks like white, looks like dried blood. Ha ha!
So let's check on those slugs.
Yeah, let's see if the slugs are charismatic.
You never know.
Damn!
They are.
Slug got Riz. Barkot got more.
Not enough. Alright.
The Sliz Slug Riz.
Sliz.
Yeah, let's just do a pew pew.
That's the pew pew that's gonna hit him.
And making sure I have my dice right.
I'm just moving that corpse out
Where
of the
you
way real
going,
quick.
bitch?
I'm moving the corpse out of the way.
That was so aggressive.
Yeah.
It no longer sparks joy.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then it seems-
Marie Kondo has called for his death.
Okay.
Yeah, his
Apparently
dexterity
just
is
said-
reduced, but Stunning Shot does trigger, so...
Yeah, I thought I added the two, but I guess I did something a little oopsie doopsie, so
Oopsie poopsie.
add these two.
You got it. Added.
Let's go.
Let's go. Right. Sanctuary has dropped, but Barkot's behind a whole lot of people with very high AC, so he'll be fine.
Yeah, Barkot's fine.
And also, this thing moves 10 less feet, it seems. If I'm
Yep.
looking at Snowstone correctly.
It does indeed.
Ha 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 ha. Going to move back a little bit to stay behind the big people.
Okay. Alright. The burbling and screaming intensifies as more blood pours from the mouth of the screaming faces around you.
Told y'all!
Hate it here.
You might not want to be in that blood by the start of the next layer action.
Okay.
Good to know.
Alright. Gloomgaunts are dead, so it's Carolina's turn.
Yeah. Super doesn't want to fucking be here. But ultimately, actually, I wonder. I think maybe she'll take the dodge action and then see. Well, no. Because she would have known from Nizip that there's something else TM down that way. So,
Well,
Well, I
wouldn't
think
wanna...
the something else was these big thingies.
Do slugs have feet? Because Nizip heard footsteps.
Hmm. This is true.
Technically,
No, slugs have foot, singular.
Foot
Thank you.
yeah, I was about to say.
Thank
Technically, they have foot singular.
Yeah. I think. Actually, would it be possible to? So she has a little bit of a teleport thing. Would it be possible to like teleport like up onto the walls to get like high ground?
Sure, yeah.
Like say like in this area or something like that? Okay,
Absolutely.
cool. In that case, I think that is most likely what she is gonna do as I go over to actually find the fucking thing that lets her do that, and that is
Portal jump.
portal jump. We'll go on top of this guy.
Whew! Alright. Carolina steps back, and as you look around at the combat, she calls it from above, "Found a shortcut!" And somehow she's managed to get on top of the giant glowing ice head up there.
The fuck?
Oi!
Found a shortcut!
And I think that will be... Yeah, end of turn.
Alright, Swift.
Where on earth did she go to get that shortcut?
She found it.
Up there.
Oh, you know.
She found it. Swift, meanwhile, is going to fly in here and give Helena the help action.
Alrighty. Megan.
All right, my turn. All right. I don't think I want to know what would happen if my weapon got caught within the slug slime. So I'm gonna, being that I'm still at full health, thankfully. Choo, choo.
Beam attack. Beam attack.
Oh,
Oh, I missed. I'll get him next time.
Next time for sure.
Beam attack.
There we go.
And that's what I'm. That's more like it. All right, roll him.
Alright.
Okay.
This thing is related to Acheron, so yes, the other damage does take place.
Oops. Okay. I closed out of it. Hang on.
It automatically did the other damage, and I'm just counting that.
Okay. Cool. Oh, in that case, I could.
It's not a fiend, but you can smite it.
Okay. It's the only battle. It's probably the only battle we have.
Are you saying that I
So-
arrange battles to, like, encourage exploration and not a complete dungeon crawl unless it's a major dungeon? What are you suggesting?
Tailing your campaign
Listen.
to your players and how they play? Bullshit.
Listen. You said there was a vault down there. You said there was a vault in the maw. I'm assuming that.
Alright.
Alright.
Delicious damage.
Alright. Okay. I guess I might move out of the way to make sure that I'm on solid ground. Yes, I am on solid ground. It's okay.
Yep.
Guys, like there's a U shape in the ground here.
Alright, Nyx.
Right, well, now that Carolina's found her way up there, how high is the wall?
If you teleported onto there with Misty Step, you could make it to on top of the O-face guy here.
The O-face guy? And then how much speed would I need to, like, actually get up on this, like, platform here? If that is a platform.
That is a platform. That's the edge of the platforms I would let you get up onto.
Then that is what I shall do, because, oh boy. So I will cast Misty Step, which does not take a spell slot.
They touched feet,
So
baby.
Okay.
Misty Step gets you onto the O face. So one left.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, does the extra distance get me up there?
Climbing up, if you used all your speed, yeah, you'll get up there.
Okay, but I still get my action, yeah.
Yes.
Good. Right, this slug going down. And he's not yelling to him because he doesn't have a mouth.
Didn't stop Brian.
Yeah.
I miss Brian.
I wish we
good
were
old
still
days.
with Brian. We could show him puzzles and show him he's not stupid.
No, you're not trying to trick me. And that one misses, but that's okay. That'll be my turn.
Alrighty. Waylon.
Yeah, so I want to get out of this ASAP. Just a bit.
Just a
Put on your galoshes, kid,
Galoshes.
and galosh your way out of that. And galosh your way out of that blood. There was a Calvin and Hobbes strip that was like Calvin putting on a pair of rain boots, and like the sound effect as he was walking through like the rain, like through puddles and stuff, was galosh, galosh, galosh.
Galosh, galosh,
And then
galosh.
like the last panel is him looking like, oh, that's what that is.
Alright, gonna get up here and probably try to climb up just a bit more. Just so I, have less to worry about.
Climbing will get you about up to here.
Even with the climbing speed?
A climbing speed will get you up to here.
I'll take that.
At that point, it would become sheer vertical, and you'd have to use handholds, and that's not conducive to firing a bow.
Fair. Just get onto this one guy's nose.
Balance on the nose.
I am on the nose. And while I'm at it, let's try a little bit of this. On the slug. Ooh.
That's nice roll.
Nice.
Those are some very nice rolls.
Get sniped.
Okay. He got sniped, and that is enough to put an arrow in between where you think the eyes are of the slug and just split it open from there. Very nice.
And you know what? I got a longbow. I've got a.
Yeah.
No, I don't want. No, wait. I don't want to use rapier. I'm not using rapier. Don't make me use
Throw
rapier. I don't know why.
You load your rapier into the bow, draw the string, and go. Jeez.
I'm sure that's in some parody version of Robin Hood.
Almost certainly.
It has to be. Anyways. Try again.
That's a hit.
On that. This is also the one that I have Huntress Mark thrown at, so that's a good amount of damage.
That's a pretty good amount of damage right there. That's some delicious damage to the slug, which is looking pretty bad right now.
Very nice. Finish it, Helena.
All right. Helena, if you can knock out... Well, not if you, but if the group can take out the slug before its turn, I will count that as combat and not bring you into what is down below, which is
thank
coming
you.
soon. Helena!
And she's at advantage as well. Great.
She is.
Right, let's do this. Oh, boy. Well, she better be. Alright, come on, slug.
That's a hit.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god!
Oh,
It's just, thank goodness Helena is just naturally powerful.
It's not dead, but one more attack.
Very close.
Well, thanks, Swift, for this one. Oh my god, yes!
oh yeah, baby.
Yeah,
This
with
thing's
the-
dead.
with the power of fishing from the stars, Helena just chops into it. Roll damage for me, just for fun, for me. Okay, yeah. Chops down into the slug, and with a boom burst of fire from the stars far, far above, the slug explodes, bursting into flame, and then melts away. Combat concluded, as without the threat of slugs trying to get you, everyone can clamber up onto the sides of the rocks and get away from the barfing blood.
But I wanted to fight the big thing.
No, not allowed. Forbidden.
No.
But more XP.
Forbidden.
Okay.
I will, Helena's at half speed, so Nyx will, reach down and help her climb up.
Alrighty. So, as everyone clambers upward, I'm just gonna keep pouring out the blood in the faced map for fun, for me. Woo.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You deserve it.
I
Permission
deserve
granted.
as a treat for
As
your
a treat.
humble GM. All right, so I'm cleaning out a whole bunch of tabs I had open to, let's see, nope, go to phase 4 of the cave.
We're gonna need to pay the blood janitor a lot.
We're gonna need to pay him a lot more. So technically there are 7 phases, but at this point, yeah, you're all in this one cave and you're not gonna be able to see the rest of the blood flooding this place, so...
Oh, I can already
that
see it
makes
doing so, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
starting to pour out.
It is
Ooh.
gushing downward. But eventually, after like a minute of blood pouring downward, the mouth temporarily stops screaming, and the blood flow subsides long enough for you to get into the main maw, down the squishy slope, and over towards the vault.
Oh boy! That was awesome!
Yeah, if we got any longer, that would have been pretty bad. Period.
But
Right.
Hey, waka waka!
I don't understand. If I was invisible, how did they see where I was? It don't make sense!
Many things can see without seeing.
Yeah.
Huh?
All right.
Well, I mean,
No,
People
keep
have
going, keep
blind
going.
sight, you have tremor sense, you have see invisibility. It's like there's
People
lots
have
of ways that
ears.
things can see you without seeing you.
Oh. Oh boy. That was terrifying.
We were fine.
We survived. We were brave.
See, we didn't even have to bury Barkat in the blood.
The way I always
Listen.
wanted to go.
We
I thought
didn't
you wanted to be
have
eaten.
You would have wanted it.
Yeah. I want to be buried in the blood of my enemies. Whether that involves being eaten or actual piles of blood, I'm not fussy.
Then aren't you buried in stomach acid then?
Blood is around the stomach acid. Checkmate, atheist.
Also makes note, come back to Hell Pit if Barkat dies for burial.
Just toss him in there.
so Barkat, what is your ideal creature to be eaten by?
Unicorn.
Not unicorn. Spinosaurus.
Ooh,
That's a good one.
exotic. Yeah.
All right.
Well, if you kick it, we'll try to find a Spinosaurus for you.
Hell yeah, let's go. All right. So, if everyone could please, as we try to open the vault and see a note in scrawling, maddening-looking text that's barely legible on it, go into Loot, Treasure Map Treasures, Pandemonium's Treasure, please.
Pandemonium is on. As
Pandemonium.
above is not as below. The left matches not the right. If the left is on, its neighbor shall not match. The middle has one neighbor of each state. The most northward is on. Pandemonium is adjacent on the wheel to the abyss. And for those listening, it is 2 rows of 5 dots each,
2 rows of
which you
5
can
dots?
turn. It looks like off and on.
Off and on are the states. Yes.
As above is not as below. So it looks like no matter what, it has to be vertically, it has to be off and on. So you can't have both off,
Yeah.
both on.
If the left is off.
The middle has one neighbor of each state, so one should be on and one should be off on each of these
Okay.
on
if-
guys.
If the left is on, its neighbor shall not match.
Okay.
The most
Oh, I see here.
northward. The most northward is on. Most northward.
Well, most northward, I would assume, is top middle, because that's the most northward.
Yeah, because if you
Yeah.
like spread them out as though it were on a circle,
On a
it'd
wheel,
be
yeah.
like a compass. Yeah. So it'd be like that. The middle one would be 12, and then so on and so forth. Okay.
Wouldn't it just be this?
Middle has to have a neighbor of each state.
Oh, right.
Yes.
What about... No, because if the left is on, the neighbor shall not match.
Apologies, my cat just clawed my stomach then.
Because yeah,
Rude
see,
cat.
I thought it would be like this, because that feels like it matches all of the
Oh.
things, but it's not
That's-
right. Because if above can't be as below, and the left cannot match the right...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay. So isolating it, we know for sure that most northward one is how it is.
Should be, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks
So-
correct, says Caroline.
Yeah. So if the left is on, its neighbor shall not match. So that means the one to the northward's right has to be off. That means that one has to be on, that one has to be off. That one, yeah, has to be off.
But then
So-
wouldn't the middle have to be off, because if the left is on, its neighbor shall not match?
Okay, so wording to clarify. When it says left and right, assume that means leftmost and rightmost.
Okay, so if the leftmost is on, the second from the left cannot be on.
Yes.
Okay. Alright.
It was just that.
It was that.
Hey, how about that? We did it!
Heyo.
We
I was correct, I just had it in the opposite direction.
just flipped, yeah.
Yeah. So, Pandemonium is on, and Pandemonium is adjacent to the Abyss. Requires knowledge of the planar wheel. The Abyss is chaotic evil, so the most southeastward. And adjacent to would mean to its left.
Oh my god, there's so
Alright, so nobody attuned to anything before we identify whether stuff is cursed.
All right.
Ooh,
To
there's
those
some good stuff here.
To those seeking treasure
Because-
to ride the wind, it belongs honorably with us. Open Pandemonium faces among the duel to be worthy of our number and our treasure.
please, first. I'm begging. Away
Just
from the
reading
blood,
the
it stinks down
note.
here. No, you're good.
All
So
right.
basically, both these treasure piles have a note from someone basically being like, hey, you want more shit? Come to us.
So go to Pandemonium, which we have been. The rest of this worthless junk is yours. The Wind Riders. Ooh boy.
Ooh boy.
Wait, is that what those people call themselves? The ones that we had seen previously who were riding Dust Devils?
I believe so. I remember the Wind Riders.
Yeah.
I lied. Apparently, it's not on my notes.
I mean, you do remember.
I don't know if they were
uh,
called explicitly Wind Riders. I think it was just the description of them.
You didn't get the
Okay.
name, you just got the description.
But yeah, back to the surface. Do we see Brian again?
If you choose to pass by Brian's way, you can in fact go back to Brian.
Well,
Nizip had an important question, so...
yeah, we gotta stop back by Brian on our way back up.
Mm-hmm.
Go for it.
Right. You climb back up, find the crevice again, and scooch into Brian's hideaway.
Okay, hey, Brian, was it?
Yeah, hi!
Hi, I was here with the group that just passed up earlier. You probably didn't hear me because I am very quiet most of the time.
I believe you!
Okay, cool. Listen. I couldn't help but hear that you're kind of stuck here. Time has become meaningless to you. You've been all alone, and you don't seem to have a way to leave.
I don't have legs!
Right. I was wondering, would you rather stay here for all eternity as you are now, or would you like us to put you out of your misery? Because the treasure down there is gone. You don't have to tell anyone about the two paths. If you don't want to keep going on, we can help facilitate that.
Well, I'm confused. You're staying out of my misery. I feel great.
Take that answers that question, Nizip.
See, it was an important question to ask.
Sorry, Nizip just broke for a second there and just processing.
Can't we take him with us?
Okay, just to clarify, you're fine staying here as you are for all time in memoriam until the heat death of the universe.
I mean,
want to kill this brain, don't you?
that sounds like a complicated thing to think about. I'd
Very
like to
much
process it, but, you know, this seems like a time-sensitive question.
Technically, mostly because we're leaving, I'm not going to stay here and wait for an answer. If you're fine chillaxing here, that's cool. I will leave you be. If you'd like us to take you with us, we have ways we could facilitate that.
Wait, take with? Hold on.
Wait, that was an
Anything about
option?
taking with?
I mean, would you like to come with us?
It would mean more company, so yeah, I'd love more company.
Well,
In
there
the
we
psychic
go.
link, full transparency. I don't want him to come with us, but I'm being nice.
I do.
Okay, follow-up question if you do wish to go with us. Do you know if you need oxygen or everything in that container of yours keeps you alive?
I don't.
I'm assuming that's I don't know.
You asked if I knew, and I don't.
Okay, just making sure. Apologies when talking to idiots. It's a bit
Our
difficult.
dear Brian does not know many things, but he's not
Yes.
necessarily. Anyway,
But if you're willing to risk it, we can take you with us. There is just the risk if you do in fact require oxygen, you would die on the way there.
Ty would like to make their best guess as to whether the reagents and stuff are actually providing life support, I guess. Would that be allowed to see if taking him out would kill him instantly?
Yeah, go for it.
Arcana? Question mark?
Arcana.
Okay, that would be 28.
28. Taking the brain out of the jar probably would kill him. Keeping him in the jar, if you're willing to transport the jar itself, he'd be fine. That jar looks incredibly sturdy, despite being made of glass.
The thing comes in, does he require oxygen in the tube?
So you require oxygen in the tube. It seems that whatever reagents are poured into that tube are enough to sustain him.
Oh, but do we need to top it up? Or will he be okay?
Well, the tube is 3 foot, 6 foot tall, so the tube is huge.
Yeah, that's not an issue. We have a bag of holding.
That's a big ass tube.
Not a portable hole.
We have a hole.
That's what I'm saying. Does he need oxygen? Because if we put him in there, there's no oxygen, but we can transport him. If he needs oxygen, he'll then suffocate in the hole, and there was nothing we could have done.
I mean, I assume if he's
sense.
I assume if he's a preserved brain in a jar, he's not getting much oxygen in the first place.
Wait. So, are you saying that we would drain the tube, the reagents, and
No,
Brian
just-
into the hole?
No, just bag overhead.
Okay, the liquid is what is keeping him alive.
Yeah.
By the way,
So I don't think he needs additional oxygen in addition to that. So we can just take the jar. It's not like bolted down, is it?
No, you can, there are enough of strong people here you can, like, hoist up the jar and pick it up from where it was sitting.
Okay, because
Megan's just gonna grab the jar, nod to Nyx, and start walking out.
Yeah.
Well, no, you don't gotta carry it. Just shove it in the hole.
Megan's gonna turn around, drop the jar into the hole, and then dust her hands off and say, "There."
It's over. Let's go.
Can we stop talking about shoving things into holes and just leave?
Tough, already did it.
wait, what?
Narrows
What do you have
eye.
a problem with it for?
Oh, they're being dirty right now.
I'm not being dirty. It just sounds
Then what's your
weird.
problem? Why?
I don't know.
Why?
Explain
Time
your
degree.
thoughts to us.
Yeah, please illuminate.
Just the way
Starting
Nism
flying.
says it so. Just the way it says it so aggressively.
We're just shoving things into the hole.
Stop
God
that.
The hole's gonna
forbid.
get damaged.
Can't be aggressive.
It's pushing this cylinder into a hole, making you uncomfortable, Nyx.
How does one even fix a damaged hole?
Well, it depends.
There's a cream for it.
Can't you just send like a message to your mom and ask her something?
Mom taught me the birds and the bees.
Well, clearly not all of them if you're asking this kind of question.
What were you, beekeepers?
No. But bees are nice.
What about the birds? Were they nice to you, or do you not like those?
No, birds are lovely. But you know me, I keep company with sprites now.
Hell yeah, you do! Up top!
Yeah, and you know everything about shoving holes, right?
Of course I do. I'm gonna get high on some brain juice tonight.
I want you nowhere near the brain juice. That's Brian's brain juice.
I apologize. Bet, as I throw the hole over Swift, stuffing them in there. They'll die in an hour, so they can do it for what they want for an hour.
What a good death.
Or rather, they'll start to die in an hour. You know, they'll start suffocating then. It'll be a very slow and painful death from that point. But, you know, after that, you don't have to worry about it. I have a great relationship with Swift. What are you talking about?
You really do.
Yeah, it's
Couldn't
great.
be any worse than the relationship Nick has, so, you know.
Swift is simultaneously the best and the worst in terms
Oh,
of
yeah.
relationships with the group. Alright. It takes quite a bit of climbing upward, but eventually, Brian in tow and in hole, you manage to get to the crest of the Chasm of Crying Winds and step far away from the rest of the chasm before you start divvying up treasure and looking at what is there.
Sir, yes. Sir. It is time to identify.
Alright. It's time for me to drag a whole bunch of things into the hole so I can properly identify them.
And there's
I
the money
love
split.
Brian's placeholder. I love it.
I'm a placeholder!
I'm a placeholder.
So good.
Lots and lots of silver for everyone. Everyone gets lead amounts of treasure.
Woo! Hell yeah. It's been a while since I've spoken in that dialect.
Alright. The sensor is a sensor of controlling air elementals.
Oh.
Put incense into it, and you summon an air elemental.
Oh boy.
Alright. Potions! One of these potions is a potion of climbing. Another potion is a potion of greater healing. Then spell scrolls are for... Well, this spell scroll casts Identify!
Oh,
What a
how
cruel twist of fate.
convenient. Are you
And-
collecting these, Nyx? Aren't you?
Yeah.
There you go.
Thank you.
Alright. The other spell scroll is a scroll of Misty Step.
Oh, very nice.
Alright. There's a little floating mote of air, resembling a dollop of whipped cream, but when you identify it, it starts floating around by itself, and it almost looks like it's staring at you, but then it floats over to Nyx and gently tussles their hair. This is a Whisper Gust mote. This is a sentient magical object.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pog?
Hog. But basically, it's a sentient bit of elemental air that likes wandering and adventuring around.
They were made for each other.
Alright.
Next to speed running friendships. Now they're just making friends.
Question.
Yes.
It's a sentient breath of air.
Mm-hmm.
What happens if you breathe it?
Don't you
mean-
dare.
Don't you dare.
Do you want to try having sentient air in your lungs? Because that seems like a bad idea.
First of
No?
all, you would break Nyx's heart.
That too, and
Well,
like,
see,
we
if
can't
it
have
if it
that.
kills it, the idea is right out.
Well, listen. Sentient breath of air, not oxygen, air. So, I think
See,
literally
this
as
is why
soon
you're
as you
the
breathe
smart
it in,
one.
it can do whatever the fuck it wants.
This is why you're the smart one. Idea forgotten.
Alright. The
I could
breastplate.
punch your bronchi.
The breastplate is Armor of Whirlwind. It has an air elemental bound to it. You can speak its command word and use it to cast the Fly spell, or generate a whirlwind, like the attack of an air elemental.
Damn.
Guys, how
Yes.
funny would it be to give Waylon a fly speed as well?
It would be really funny. I guess it depends on attunement slots.
It does.
Does
depend on the
is
team
required.
itself.
It is required.
It would be really funny though.
Alright.
I mean, you can think about it afterwards. But also, let's not attune to anything. Again, let's not attune to anything until we know for sure that nothing's cursed, because this is a super. I don't want to attune to anything that we find lying around in the blood cave from hell.
The ornate wooden box is the Pyxis of Pandemonium. So, any creature that touches the box for 1 minute gains the benefits of a short rest and a bless spell until you finish another rest. Can't gain those benefits again until you finish one long rest. And if it's open, something happens.
Smile.
What?
Oh, so-
you know.
One-time use for us type of thing. So, save for emergency.
Yeah.
Oh. What was the first word of the title of that item?
Pyxis,
Pirate.
Pyxis.
Ixis.
Pyxis, thank you.
The gems are not magical.
Woo! Ho ho ho!
The longsword Where are you? You didn't even drag in. Damn you, longsword. Try again. There you are, longsword. The longsword is Windraiser. This is a +2 longsword with the finesse property, and can cast some charges to use heroism or windwall. You can rend the air with it to make a special ranged attack with it, using charges to do so. And when you take damage, you can expend a charge to make a melee attack with Windraiser against the creature that hit you.
Hmm.
The short bow is the air render. When you make a ranged attack with it, you can choose to fire a mode of wind instead of an arrow with the +1 bonus, and you can choose it to deal bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing damage. On a critical hit, there are also additional effects. And the quarterstaff requires attunement by a caster, but it's the staff of favorable winds. Areas affected by strong winds don't count as difficult terrain. You can cast some spells from it, Cone of Cold, Featherfall, Gust of Wind, or Windwall, and you can cause wind to blow with a harmless sensory effect with it.
Fucking excellent.
I cast Wind of Fart Smell.
Ooh, that's not very paladin of you.
Not me, the player. Me, the player, not Megan the robot.
Megan would never. Besides, she's
Megan would never.
lost.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think she knows what a fart smells like. She can't smell.
She who smelt
Just more
it
proof that
dealt
Megan is
it.
better.
Was that all the attunement or identify things?
That's all the identify things.
Okay, in addition to the money, everyone basically gets 1, or if you choose Onyx, 2 of the gemstones that were in the loot.
Oh.
Ooh.
There's 900 worth of gold in gems.
But what if I want the gem? Hold on.
Then you could buy a gem from someone else. Is how I would personally rule this, because I assume since they're more straight money, the companions also want their pick of them, unless someone wants to give 100 of their gold to in exchange for a gem.
Okay.
I just figured we split things as
Exactly,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying, because there's 900 worth of gems, so. I know some of us, like myself, would want a gem to make into jewelry, others would potentially just prefer the 100 gold.
What do you think would look better with my feathers? Amethyst or onyx?
Onyx, then you can make 2.
Ooh. You are so correct. It's not often I wish I had ears, but we can figure it out. Yeah, Tag will take 2 of the onyx then. Just kidding. It says to request 2 of them. So the request button requests all 6. So
Oh, fun.
yeah.
Oh, cool.
Mine.
Were those just dragged to the portable hole?
They're not. The gems are not in the hole. So
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
okay,
probably
I
the
can
easiest
then-
way to do it is to just put them into the hole and then we divvy
Yeah.
from there.
All right.
Sure, sounds good.
all right, I shall drag to the hole.
Thank you.
Dankeschön.
I'm on.
Garnet, go. Onyx, Onyx, go. It didn't. Onyx, go. Please set the proper thing. There we go. Amethyst, set that to 2. Pearl and Steven.
Wait a minute.
All right.
We
That's right. I heard the story over and 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 over again.
we are in fear.
All right.
Pearl 6. Okay, cool.
I closed the thing and was jump scared again by the thing I put down of Brian going, I'm a placeholder!
So yeah, do other people, companions included, have preference of would you like one of these gems? Would you just like 100 gold?
Gold is fine. I don't like gems. They're too sparkly. They give away my position.
It's like, I am more than happy to give up a share of my gold to go to them in exchange for one of the gems.
The companions talk amongst themselves. I'll take the gold. I cannot pay for brewing supplies with gems. I can't pay for beer with gems.
That's what? 4?
Yeah, that's 4.
Okay.
It's not a short rest technically, but I'm just gonna set Barkot's dexterity back before I forget.
Would anyone else like to, quote-unquote, purchase a gem from the companion?
No.
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm more than happy to just take a chunk out of my gold from it and just take care of that, and then I'll just take some of the gems.
Yeah, I'll just take the 2 onyx. I'm happy with that.
Anyone else have a preference for what gem they would like to take to do with as they please later?
It's okay, Nizip. Not everyone appreciates the finer things in life as we do.
I never said that. I'm just spoiled for choice.
True. Actually, you know, I wonder, what do you think would look best on...
Besides...
Uh-oh. Discord dying.
Yeah, Discord.
No.
Oh no!
This...
I'll die.
Everyone dies!
I'll,
Love it.
Well, this is a great engine! The winds of pandemonium have taken us!
I have a feeling that something happened server side.
Yep.
Oh,
I hear
so-
people.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
on the status page.
The winds of pandemonium took us!
So
Sorry.
it seems that it might have been something with just this particular channel, because when I went to our other channel quickly, everything was fine. Jumped in immediately, green peeing all around. It was fine. So
Strange.
this channel just died for like a second.
Thanks, Obama.
Someone out there has been generating too many AI images.
So, sorry, Atlas, what were you asking?
Oh, what do you think would look better on Nyx's staff? Garnet or jade, do you think?
Ooh,
Mm.
probably garnet, I'd say.
Kind of like
Ooh.
garnet.
Red, brown,
Yeah,
or
it
green,
would really
that's more
pick up
nature
the, yeah. It would pick up the fall coloration, I think.
Yeah,
I mean, why
I
not,
sh-
right?
I shall take that then.
Take the garnet.
Just dangle it on the little charms.
Or, alternatively, does your mother have a favorite gemstone? Because you could always send something back to her, right?
Ooh. Gems ward away bad luck.
Oh, do they?
No, I was saying out loud what? Because I'm not really a gem expert. So what do you think would ward off bad luck?
Ah, what would ward off bad luck? I mean, jade kind of goes with the green, which kind of goes with luck, I believe.
Mhm.
As for actual symbology,
Citron,
I
apparently.
was
Uh,
gonna look
No,
this up.
Google, I didn't ask for controversial and evil gemstones that bring bad luck.
Onyx,
Looks like jade
ironically.
is exactly
Yeah.
the stone of luck and happiness. So yeah, jade.
Oh, really?
Also fortune. Jade also goes for fortune as well. So yeah.
Alright, I will
Oh.
request jade then. As a
Yeah,
present.
jade or amethyst, I believe, is also good for
Mm.
luck, but I'd go jade personally.
Jade. Then I shall take Jade. Oh, she'd love it.
Bro, you gotta send something back to your mom, right?
You gotta.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta.
Like,
I mean, when's the last time you did?
Never. I didn't even get a Oh, Trill was supposed to help me do a message to her, and we never did
Oh,
it. It's fine, we'll figure it out.
Megan and Quailin, do either of you have a preference for a gem?
No.
I mean, I don't see a use for gems, at least on my end, so...
Do you just wish for the cash?
Might be better, yeah.
Here you go. Here's 100 more gold. Megan, same for you?
I do not see need for them. For
Here's
myself,
100 more gold.
others may enjoy these things. As long as you are happy, I am happy.
Okay, so I'll add that 100 gold. That's our loot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to get that money in my bag so the weight can properly be, you know.
Did you
Yeah, I
take
should probably
trade?
put mine in my purse,
Yeah.
in my personal money hole, as they say in the Deltarune.
Uh-huh.
Fill
Okay,
the
I'm being
money
stupid
hole.
and doing something wrong here. Alright, I've requested the jade. Because for some reason it's not letting me pick up anything, it's just only asking me
It's
to
in the
request.
portable hole.
Oh!
Go look in the hole.
Oh my god, I'm stupid!
No, you're not. Shut the fuck up.
Don't say that out, my
Sorry,
friend
I
queen!
You're
Thank you.
I just
Yeah,
kept
exactly.
requesting things on the list and nothing was happening.
okay. Let's transfer to the hole.
Where is the hole?
It's under
vehicles.
vehicles.
It's where the
Vehicles.
Vehicles. Oh, okay.
Alright.
Well, it's between your legs, depending on who you are.
Oh
Well,
my god.
While you sort through inventory, our heroes have passed the path of screaming. And with that, as we get some of the fat loot and get ready for what's probably going to be next time around, a trip to see their brand spanking new outpost, we are going to call our session here. Thank you all so much for joining us. We hope to see you next week. Most of us will anyway. I know some of us have prior engagements. I know a lot of us have prior engagements on the 3rd, so that will be something different if I'm not busy. Woo! We'll see you all later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.